Hello and welcome to F1 Now. In this video, we're going to be giving you the biggest winners and losers to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that is it for the F1 triple header. Not as good as the previous race, but still a good race, laced with some controversy. And as predicted in the previous video, Piastri once again comes out on top to take the spoils in Jeddah. Now, all of this can only help Piastri boost his confidence even more and see himself as a potential champion. For his contenders, well, they were left in shambles. But back to Piastri and honestly McLaren. It's been another race of raking in much needed points, even with Lando, who had a major job of covering ground after binning it in quali. Now, another team which had a great race, raking up also a huge stack of points, is none other than Mercedes. Okay, so Russell was unable to hold on to a podium position, but still a great race for him, and one that he continues his incredible streak of top 5 finishes this season. Now, this may not seem much for now, but later in the season it could prove to be a vital move for him to help stay in the title fight should the W16 bump up its pace. And Antonelli, on the other hand, also had a hard-fought race, eventually ending right behind his teammate, which has become a trend from him. But for a rookie, this is good. It shows he's adapted well to the car and F1 in general, and the fact that he's able to extract just about the same as Russell out of the W16 in both quali and the race. Next on the winners list will have to be Leclerc. Leclerc is currently putting up some hard work in order to keep the Ferrari hype train going, bagging the first in-race podium for the Tifosi. Now, a lot of things went right for Leclerc in the race, but you have to give it to him for those few laps leading, because that was what made the difference for him. Extending his medium stint and doing a better job than Hamilton at handling the tire temperatures was the driving force that carried him to third. Now, back to the grid prediction video. I did say look out for Williams and VCarb in Jeddah, and they really showed up. Williams got his first double points for the season, marking it the second time Sainz finishes in the points. Williams is definitely on the rise with more points than they had all season last year in just a few races, and this points haul sees them overtake Haas in the constructors and taking the 5th spot. This sure does mark them as the best of the rest or leading midfield team. And you know what? We have to also give an honorable mention to Hadjar. VCarb's strategy and his race pace put him in a position where he could have taken both Williams, but it just wasn't to be, with Sainz doing a good job to provide Albon the DRS to keep everyone at bay. Now, I think there is no bigger loser in this one than Verstappen and ultimately Red Bull. They did a great job in quali and Verstappen messed it up right in the first corner in the race. Now, regarding the first corner incidents, I'm going to say Piastri had every right to that corner and he made it stick, not cutting across. Verstappen, on the other hand, knew he was never making it and so decided to resort to his tricks, but it didn't work out because it resulted in a penalty. And again, personally, that penalty was way too lenient because with Verstappen staying ahead in free air, there was a possibility of getting away with it. So ultimately, he should have given that place back because his pace on the last laps compared to Piastri would have meant he got the chance to win the race. So him and the team lost it for them. Now, Yuki, as I said in the previous video, it was either he was going to make a huge improvement or bin it altogether, and he did the latter. But it should be said he had almost no control of the incident with Gasly, and he had already done a great job in quali, showing significant gains. Next on the losers list is going to be Norris. Norris had a great start to the season and was going well, but all of a sudden it seems he's not capable of extracting the most out of the MCL39, which is really surprising. But I think the true issue is that he's finding it hard mentally to compete with his teammates in the same machinery. he's going to have to get over it, because more races of him having to cover ground during the race is what's going to have him lose out in the title race way before the season ends. And finally on the losers list will have to be Hamilton. Lewis is another one who seems to not be able to extract the same as his teammates, and we know how that goes once that gets into his head. So he really needs to find a way in that car, because Leclerc is showing that the car is capable. He just needs to adapt to it. But I have to say that the main issue with Hamilton is his quali. When it comes to the race, he has race pace, but it destroys him being in traffic, having to manage his tires and doing all the work. So he really needs to up his game in quali so that he has a better race and better management during the race. Now that is it for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix biggest winners and losers. I'm curious to hear you guys' opinions on this in the comments. So with that, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Once again, thank you and bye for now.